Hello everyone, welcome to the Tour Guide Service Skills class. Today, what we are going to learn is the welcome speech in the process of the local guide's pickup station service. Both Chinese and foreign tourists attach great importance to the first impression, and delivering a welcome speech is an excellent opportunity to leave the first impression on the guests. We should strive to display our artistic elegance, making a good beginning to be half of the success. The content of the welcome speech should vary according to the nature of the tour group, as well as the cultural level and occupation of its members and other circumstances. Generally, it should be controlled around 5 minutes. It should be passionate, characteristic, novel, and attractive. Quickly attract the tourist's attention to oneself and leave a deep impression on the tourists. What does the welcome speech generally include? Firstly, greeting words. Express greetings to the tour group or tourists. For example, "Hello, dear guests and visitors." In the greetings, choose appropriate titles like tourists, guests, VIPs, and so on. When meeting for the first time, try not to use online designations such as handsome guy and beautiful girl. Secondly, welcome words. Represent the local travel agency, oneself, and the driver to welcome the tourists to visit the local area. For example, "Please allow me to represent a travel agency and myself to welcome everyone to our city for sightseeing." Thirdly, introductory words. Introduce one's own name and the affiliated unit, and introduce the driver and so forth to deepen the impression. "I am a tour guide from Agency A. My name is Li Si. You can call me Li Tour Guide or Li. The driver next to me is Mr. Wang." This is conducive to the tourist's sense of security, and at the same time, attention should be paid to the completeness of the introduction, such as one's full name, instead of simply saying, "I am surnamed Li, and everyone can call me Li Tour Guide." Fourthly, words of hope. Express the sincere desire to provide services. While everyone is on the trip, I will do my best to provide you with high-quality services and make you satisfied. Meanwhile, it should be noted that not all the requests of tourists can be met. The tour guide can only meet the reasonable and possible requirements of the tourists. Fifthly, words of wish. Wish for smooth progress and good wishes, such as, "Wish everyone a happy and enjoyable trip this time." Wishes should be concise, clear, and powerful in order to carry out the following first along the way tour guide. Welcome speeches must avoid being stiff or dull. For example, if it can be witty and natural, it will shorten the distance with the tourists, making everyone quickly become friends and become familiar with each other. In addition, attention should be paid to drawing on some proverbs and famous sayings in the welcome speech, and being full of literary grace will receive a very good effect. The following are some words that can be referred to use. "It's a pleasure to have friends coming from afar." "1,000 years of cultivation leads to the same boat crossing." "Fate has come from thousands of miles to meet," and so on. Apart from focusing on the literary grace of the welcome speech, some words created by some tour guides, the more one ponders over them, the stronger the sense of artistry one feels, and they are worthy of our learning. A 63-year-old tour guide in Egypt, when giving a welcome speech as a tour guide for a Chinese tourist group, had such a word: "In the future tours, If there is any place where I don't speak clearly, gentlemen are welcome to raise it, and I will strive to speak clearly. Everyone takes a fear of it. This sentence makes people feel pleasant after hearing it. In fact, everyone knows that sometimes it is not that the tour guide does not speak clearly, but that the tourists are not concentrated and do not hear clearly. But he attributed the responsibility to himself and left the pleasure to the tourists. How could the listeners not be happy? Isn't this much more brilliant than what some of our tour guides say? That if you have a problem, I can explain it to you clearly. Having literary grace is certainly good, but being implicit also makes people aftertaste it. However, sometimes being plain and simple also makes people feel that the art and skills emerge from the plainness. Let's listen to the welcome speech at the beginning given by a top 10 tour guide in Hong Kong. Dear guests, good morning. Welcome everyone to visit Hong Kong. I am Zhang San. Today, I am very glad to have the opportunity to tour Kong Long and the new territories with all of you. This sightseeing program is a full 70 miles long and will take 5 hours. If you have any questions, please raise them, and I will do my best to answer them for you. Wish everyone a pleasant journey today and like the introduction by our tour guide. If everyone's welcome speech pays attention to the above mentioned and really does it well, we believe that this will make tourists have a good first impression and also make the trip have a good start. Okay, students, that's all for today's lesson. See you in the next class.